Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Tonight's product review is all about these awesome new crochet hooks by a company called the Hook Nook. You can also follow the Hook Nook on Instagram and get more information about the products that they sell over there. I ordered this hook from Joann's online, got it a few days ago, and have been using it a bit to get a feel for it. And just want to basically take you guys through it and show you how it works, the things that I like about it, the things that I'm questioning about it. So let's go ahead and get started. So first I want to introduce you guys to the hook and the box. So as you can see, I've already taken the hook out, and I was able to order this hook on Joann's website, and it got to me, as I said, a few days ago. I've been using it, but this was on clearance. And as you can see, I think you can see it, it's just about $5 for the hook. Normally I do believe they're $10 at Joann's, and I think you can still get them over there. I know the one that's over here by me does supply them. I haven't been in there for a while because of the virus, so we've been kind of staying away from there, but I was able to get it online, so you can still order it that way. The one that I have here is a size L, or an 8mm. It's also considered a size 11 hook. And you'll see right here, you can't really see it very well, but the size is etched in, or it's actually kind of raised, but it's right here at the base. I don't know if you can see it or not. I think you can see a little bit of it. But anyway, that's where the size is located. The handle of the hook is solid. The entire hook itself is actually solid. It's kind of heavy, so I'll talk more about that. As far as the yarn that I'm using right now, it's just a size 5 worsted weight type of yarn, and I'm not really going to show any really pretty stitches right now, so I'm just basically going to show how it feels to use the hook and kind of give my opinion on how I feel about the hook itself, and maybe some areas that the hook could be a little bit better, at least in my opinion. If you have this hook or any of these hooks at home, and you want to tell me about them, about what you think, you can always say something in the comments here on the live chat, or once it goes up as a video, you guys can go ahead and also leave me comments then and let me know what you think about these hooks. I've also announced this on Instagram and told the Hook Nook that I'm going to be doing a product review for the hooks tonight, so hopefully maybe they'll join in as well. And I do believe the girl's name is Jessica. I do believe that that is the gal that's on there and who started the company. So anyway, let's get into it. All right, so let's start with size. The size of the hook, I think, is pretty great. It's good for larger hands. My hands are actually smaller, so when I hold the handle, I have this much hook left at the bottom. Now, is that a deal breaker for me? No. I do think that this is probably a better hook for someone that does have larger hands. You feel like you have a little bit more control over it, or maybe if your hands are smaller, hold it toward the end of the hook a little bit more. The entire thing is completely solid, as I was saying before. I don't have a problem so much with that. However, I do think that it gives it the extra weight, which I think in some cases, some people, especially those with arthritis, might have a little bit harder time doing the stitches because of the weight on their hands using the hook. So that might be something to take into consideration. If you have arthritis, that would be something probably to think about first. If you do better with a lighter weight hook, that would be something that I would, recommend. Also, I think if there were a change that were to be made to this hook as far as the weight of it, I would maybe make it completely hollow. It would use less material, and would also cost probably less money to the company, using less material to make the hooks. I do like the bend. I like the hook itself. I like the depth of the neck in the hook. I think it's fine. I think it grabs the yarn just fine. I would like to see more of more of a point at the top, however, in order to really get under the legs of those stitches and get through the stitches easier. But let's go ahead and start working on a few stitches here. And as I said, if you already have this hook or a hook like it in any size, and you have any comments about it, please leave comments below, because I would love to hear what you have to say about it. All right, so I'm just going to chain 10 and we'll go from there. So like from right now, what I can tell is the first thing that's happening is that this yarn, because the hook is plastic, the yarn is rubbing against, and it makes that, oh, I don't know what to even call it. You can kind of hear a squeaky sound when you pull the hook through, and you got to kind of work it. It doesn't just pull through like you might want it to. So that would be something to consider as well. If you like something that's going to be a little bit more, you know, fluid in the movements, the motion. That's another thought behind it as well, as the hook itself. This part is, again, it's the plasticky stuff. So any hooks made with plastic usually do that. They usually rub the yarn like that. So let's see. Let's go through a stitch here. I'm just going to use a basic single crochet. It doesn't seem to have a problem going through as much. However, as I said, I would like to see maybe a little bit more of a tip at the end of the hook itself. It doesn't have to be sharp, but just something that's a little bit more to a point this way. So the tip here could be a little bit more, well, a little bit more pointed. That's just really probably my best explanation for that. So as far as the feel of it, like I said, it is a little heavy, so it does make me feel like I'm having to really kind of hold the hook up. But other than that, I don't think there's really a whole lot wrong with it. I like the concept of it. It's really cute. I like that it's see-through. And I can tell that they did put a lot of thought into what they wanted their hooks to be like. I do like the fact that there's this breaking point here. There's where the neck is, and then there's the bulbous point here where let me see if I can get my light on here a little bit better. Where this bulbous point is here, so there's a separation between the shaft of the hook and the part where the handle begins, which doesn't allow the stitches to go very far down the shaft. So you don't have to, you know, struggle with that. So I think that once you get past the chain, it does get a little bit easier to crochet with. And as I said before, I'm using a size 5 worsted weight yarn. And I think that because I think this hook that I have here probably could take like a size 6 very easily, and you'd have smaller holes. I do like the fact that with a little bit smaller yarn like this one, with this size hook, the holes are bigger, so it's easier to get the hook through. So I'm going to go ahead and just continue, and I'll show you what the stitches look like after we've made it with this hook. Yeah, it's still rubbing a little bit on that yarn, but that's, like as I said, it's not completely a deal breaker for me. Okay, so this is what the stitches basically look like. This is the single crochet. I think that it's a little bit messy in comparison to some of the other swatches that I've made with different hooks. In comparison to other hooks such as, like, say, clover. Anybody who uses clover knows that the shaft of the hook has a coating on it that makes it very easy to just go straight through the stitching, and it makes it so much easier. And I think that for me, it makes my stitches more even. I think that when the yarn is rubbing against the hook, it tends to create almost like a tension, like it wants to either loosen or tighten the yarn somehow. And by the time you get down to making your stitch, you know, you're having to kind of work it like this to open the stitches back up. At least that's what it's doing for me. So some of them are a little bigger, some of them are a little smaller, if that makes any sense. For anybody who's been crocheting a while, probably will understand exactly what I'm saying. I feel like I have to kind of fight with it a little bit. It's not terrible, but anyway, that's pretty much it. As far as the look, as I said before, I think it's a very pretty hook. It comes in really nice colors. This one is just kind of a blue color, and I've seen them in pink. I've seen them in like a mint green color. The fact that they're transparent, I like that. I like the type of material that it's made of. It's a very hard plastic, so that's good. As far as I said before, the function, it picks up the yarn well enough. It pulls the yarn through fine. So the neck here of the hook is great. But as I said, the plastic doesn't really glide very well through the yarn. So that probably will have to be something that will be taken into consideration before purchasing this particular type of hook, and any plastic hook for that matter. If that's something that you don't like, then you may not like this hook. Although I would say give it a try first before you decide, because it may be better than what you've used in the past. So let's see, what can I suggest? As I said, have a pointier top. Let's see, have it not so heavy, have it more hollow. And that's really about the only thing I can say about it. Or even make other hooks exactly the same, but give them a little bit shorter handles for people with smaller hands. That might be an idea as well, maybe for the future. But anyway, there you go, guys. This is the crochet hook from the Hook Nook, and as I said before, you can follow her on Instagram at the Hook Nook, and she'll be able to tell you about all of her other products. Joann's Fabric does carry all of the Hook Nook products so far that I've seen, at least by the one that's by my house. So I'm sure that you could probably pick up her stuff at any Joann's online as well, or just, you know, to order on the website. So, but there you go, guys. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment below. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and sign off and let you guys go back to what you were doing. And I wish you guys very happy crocheting, and keep an eye out for videos that will be coming soon. I'll be teaching some new crochet stitches, and hopefully getting those out to you guys pretty soon. It's been kind of crazy and busy around here, so it's been, everything's kind of lagging at this point. So I'm trying to get back into the swing of it. But anyway, so I hope you guys liked the review today. And if you, like I said, if you have any comments, or if you have any other questions, if you have questions about this, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. If you have a hook like this and you want to leave me a comment about what you think about it, that would be awesome. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And that's gonna be it for tonight, you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, have a great week, and I hope everybody's well.